Hey guys, it's Bryony, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing the BeYou Natural Period Cramp Relief Patches. Does it work? So I actually found this company myself a couple of months back when I just went onto my laptop and typed in natural period pain relief, and this popped up and I hadn't seen it before, and they're a relatively new company. In fact, I think they just launched the month before I found them. So I went onto their website and I found their email and I sent them a message saying, hey, you know, I make YouTube videos talking about periods, would you be willing to send me a pack of these to try out? And they said yep. So a few days later this turned up in my mail and I've been trying it out over the last couple of months. So the BeYou period pain relief patches come in a pack of 5 like this, and it costs $6.99. They are a UK company. I don't know if they ship abroad, but they cost $6.99 plus shipping. I don't know what the shipping is, but it will depend on where you live. And you get 5 patches in one pack like this. The patches themselves say they last up to 12 hours of lasting relief. They're fast acting and they're made from natural ingredients, which is what really drew me to this. Is there's nothing sort of chemically about it. It's all natural ingredients. In fact, the main sort of essential oils, that's mainly what it is, that are in the BeYou period pain relief patches are menthol and eucalyptus oil. So the menthol is, each patch contains 10% menthol and 5% eucalyptus oil, which is a bit of a unique combination. I haven't heard of that being used for period pain before. I've heard of things like ginger, clary sage, you know, lavender, those sort of typical soothing, warming things. But the interesting thing about this patch, one of the first things I noticed about it when I used it, is it's not a heating patch. And that's one thing you've got to kind of switch in your brain the first time you use it. It's a cooling patch. You feel like this cool tingling sensation when you put it on. So the idea is it's kind of like if you injure yourself, you know, if you pull a muscle or something, you tend to put an ice pack on it and the ice is really soothing. That's kind of how this works. It gives a really cooling effect, and it does really feel like you're pressing something cold on your belly. So I've used 4 of the patches over, I think 2 periods I used them over, and I've saved one just for this video so you guys can see. So they look like this. Obviously they're like this tan flesh coloured. There's no option for different colours though, for different ethnicities, so do bear that in mind. However, where you stick it will depend on where you need it, so either be on your front or your back, and probably be underneath a t-shirt or trousers. Anyway, so my period pain is always in my front, so I stuck it very like low on my belly. However, be careful not to stick it over any like hair, like your pubic hair or anything, because it will probably really hurt. The way that you put it on is, I don't know if you can see, but there's like 2 slits, wavy lines here. You remove this middle part. I'm going to save this for my next period. You remove this middle part here, and then you kind of place it on your stomach, being careful not to stretch it, and then you peel these edges off and back and stick them down too. But you want to make sure they're really flat and there's no sort of bubbles or anything like that. And as soon as you take it out, you can really smell the menthol. It smells really, really like minty. It's kind of like if you ever used like a freeze spray, that's pretty much exactly what it smells like. So here's what they have to say. BeYou patches are a must-have if you suffer from period cramps. The 100% natural formula relaxes the muscles and provides continuous relief for up to 12 hours, helping you be you. And their usage suggestions are for at school, at work, while sleeping, and while traveling. And then there's just a very brief little directions on there, like I spoke to you about how you apply the patch on, and don't put it on anywhere that is wet. But they do recommend that when you apply it, you use it on your lower back or your lower abdomen. You dry the application area completely before use. 1 to 2 patches to be applied in one day or as directed by a physician. And if applied on hair, or this is what I'm saying, remove gently using warm water. Personally, I'd say recommend don't put it on hair, it's painful. But yeah, definitely the best time to take this off is if you're having a bath, for example, you could do it then. You can actually leave it on when it's in the bath, but because it's quite wet, you're gonna feel that and it's probably gonna make your clothing wet afterwards, so I recommend changing it if you're having a bath. So what did I think of this product? Well, as I said before, the first thing that I noticed was that it was a cooling patch that made you feel really tingly and stuff. And it was definitely a nice sensation. The one thing I will say though is, if you're not familiar with my channel, I have a condition called adenomyosis, which makes my periods extremely painful. Basically, the lining in my uterus has grown into the muscle of my uterus and there's nowhere for that blood to go each month, so ouch. So I was really looking for something that would help. I didn't imagine this would stop the period pain though, and in all honesty it didn't have much of an effect for me at all. It definitely felt nice, and the way it says soothe period cramps in a natural way, I definitely say it was soothing. It definitely felt nice and it felt kind of comfortable, but as for the cramps itself, I don't think it really did anything at all. They were still like at the same level they've pretty much always been. It definitely didn't mean that I was able to get away with my periods without taking medicine, conventional medication like ibuprofen or something, which is kind of what I was hoping it would be able to do, or make the time periods between the two last longer. But it didn't. It felt really nice, like I said before, and I put them on my lower stomach, but for the actual pain side of things, I don't think it really helped to do anything with that at all. The other thing is, it says it gives up to 12 hours relief, but I would say you really notice that the tingling and the cooling effect wears off after around 3 or 4 hours. Probably is still doing something when that's actually gone, or your body's kind of got used to the sensation, but certainly by the 6-hour mark, I'd say I was probably ready to change this for another one. The 12 hours I think is a little bit ambitious, but if you're using it overnight, say to kind of have something nice press it on your stomach, then maybe it would last a bit longer. But actually during the day, I think it only really gave me personally about 6 hours of cooling, nice feeling sensation, and then after that it really wasn't doing much at all. So is it worth buying? Well, I think if you have more mild to moderate cramps and you're able to go through your periods without taking conventional medication, and you just want something that might help you with those mild cramps, then yeah, maybe it's worth trying one of these for you. But for anyone with more severe menstrual cramps, I don't think it's going to work for you guys, just because I don't think it's quite strong enough to have that sort of effect. Maybe, you know, if you try it on a different place, you try it on your back or your front or whatever, it will, you know, it'll have a better effect for you, because everyone's body is different. But for me, it didn't really work. And for the price, $6.99, I guess once you've added in, you know, shipping and stuff, it probably works out at about £1.50 per patch. I think you can actually buy more than 5 at a time if you want to buy a set, but for £1.50 per patch, for some people it'll be worth it, for others probably not, but it's up to you really. For me personally, it didn't work quite as well as I wish it would have, but it was definitely worth trying, and I'm always keen to give natural products a go. But I hope you found this video helpful, guys. Do let me know if this review helped sway you, and if you tried out this product, or if you have tried out this product already and what you think. Don't forget you can get cloth pads and menstrual cups from my website Precious Stars down below if you're interested in trying eco-friendly, more comfortable period products, and I will see you next week. Bye guys!